Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently about to get into Game 2 of HuK versus Little One in the King of the Beta tournament. The Little One lost last game to HuK's very aggressive 4 Warp Gate play. Here we have Little One playing Terran yet again. He is a random player, but has increasingly been favoring matchup picking. So he is Terran in this game. He is at the top right in the teal pieces, and we do have HuK in the bottom left as the green Protoss. HuK just coming out very strong with that 4 Warp Gate push, looking super good. Once again, all these games will be going on all this week. The group stages of the 8 players in the King of the Beta. Into the Rainbow, Damaga, White Rock, QXC, HuK, the Little One, Idra, and Tester. We will have 12 action-packed games. Top 2 from each group go to the Final 4, and that Final 4 will be casted live at the Day 9 StarCraft 2 Countdown Party held at Harvey Mudd College in Los Angeles, California. You should definitely check it out. But it looks like once more, very early scout SCV from HuK scout probe from HuK trying to get up into Little One space. A lot of people like walling in early on, but some players prefer to just keep the supply depot back, maximum time on those SCVs mining, and it makes this probe harass much more tractable to deal with. I mean, if your SCV is way over here building that barracks, it's much easier to get down into the red or the yellow life. A little bit scary, so of course, building everything next to the main is never a big issue. There's the refinery going down now for the Little One back in HuK's base. Look at that very late gateway on 14. Throwing down an assimilator then as well, continuing to make probes. Yeah, it looks like everything's pretty standard at this point. Nothing too kooky. Except for the fact that HuK is really loving the probe harass. God, he's so good about that. And look, just taking 4 hits and immediately backing off, beelining for the back left corner. So that way he can begin healing. And uh-oh, this SCV's taking a little bit of damage. And here HuK, God, healing so fast. This placement would hint to me that there's perhaps a tech lab going down in just a little bit. Looks like the Little One is only just now going to begin scouting. Hasn't really seen anything that his opponent is doing at this point in time. No real need to. There won't be anything blocking that front. As we can see, this gateway is only just now finished for HuK, and he's continuing to chrono boost those probes. Uh-oh, getting a little bit behind on that cybernetics core, but there, in fact, it does end up going down. More supply depots getting produced for the Little One. This is a position that's I think a lot of people favor on this map, because one thing that you always have to think about are all the possibilities of what your opponent can do. If your opponent makes Void Rays and you have all your supply depots tucked in a safe location, your Marines can defend them a lot more easier. Or your Thors, if you want to be awesome and make a Thor. 2 Marines coming out right now. Ooh, an interesting little push from the Little One. We did see him do that Marine Hellion push in the last game. He is getting his factory up once more, and it looks like very early pressure coming out from the Little One. HuK has only just now begun a Stalker. Uh-oh. If a few Marines got into the main of HuK might be in a little bit of problems, but of course HuK is excellent micro. Those Stalkers do outrange the Marines by 1. Oh, bunker going down. Little One going to try to do some aggression right now. Great way to get some free probe kills, because look at this. 1 probe down, 2 probes down, and what is the Little One lost? Just 1 SCV. There's a 3rd probe going down, and when he cancels this bunker, really nothing was lost. This is so brilliant by Little One. And look at this, letting the bunker take a few hits before he cancels it. Marvelous play by Little One, so good. HuK had to pull many probes off mining and lost 3. And what happened to Little One? Just lost 1 SCV. Just spent a little bit of time building that bunker. No huge loss. Oh, looks like the exact same build as last game. Barracks, factory, barracks. Again, very innovative play by Little One. No one's really seen this style of play, but this Marine Hellion style, excellent way to be aggressive and push into your opponent's face easily right at the outset. So we do have 1 Stalker chilling at the front. Going to be doing a little bit of defense. A sentry there as well. Here comes the Hellion. With this force, it's very difficult to get blocked, because this Hellion does a lot of damage to the light units. The Marines just deal a lot of damage in general. Uh-oh, getting right up the ramp. There's the force field. Oh, he whiffs on the force field and lets the units up his ramp, and this Hellion is going to do huge damage to that sentry if it can actually get up there. Oh, goofy Hellion ends up getting stuck, but finally manages to do the killing blow. And look at this, more shots, 3 probe kills. Look at this, Little One just target firing the probes, doing so much damage to these probes. Oh, that was such a key force field, making sure the 2 Hellions did not get up into the main. And here comes the Little One with more Hellion harass. HuK is an atrocious position, really. He has just taken a ton of damage at the front. He lost a lot of those early probes. And look at the Little One still pressuring with Hellions. The Little One getting in an increasingly better situation. Ooh, I didn't like the fact that those were 2 sacrificial Hellions. But of course, going look to the unit counting station, we do see that the little one up 5 SCVs, and of course has those wonderful little mules that give you the most absurd income rate, as we can see. I mean, look at how far ahead the little one is when compared to HuK. That is just an insane differential this early in the game, a full 300 ahead of his opponent. So you really get the sense of what that harass that the little one was able to do. But oh my god, when those warp gates get going, you are in serious pressure. The bread and butter build, 3 warp gate openings, and there's a beautifully placed pylon, must have been there ages ago, and only 1 bunker, only 3 marauders. Very, very huge push coming up from HuK right now. The little one who spent all that time on harassment doesn't really have the right mix of units to deal with this huge push at the front. Tons of damage going down on the bunker, is not going to be able to repair it in time. The SCVs are trying to get up to the front, and it looks like the little one is going to barely be able to defend. If this were Blistering Sands, that back door would have posed such a problem for the little one, but here on Steps of War, only 1 entrance can easily place the bunkers, can easily do a little bit of blocking, and oh, the fast stem. Goodbye, one stalker. That guy got one-shotted so easily. The little one retreating his SCVs into the bunker. Nice, cute little juke. Little one, oh my goodness. No command center at all yet, and 4 unit-producing structures churning out units. Looks like HuK is going to try to plant himself outside Little One's front. This is an interesting play by HuK, because what you can actually do is if you get enough sentries, 6 is the key number, you can endlessly force field, but no! Looks like no sort of trapping is going to go on. One more little push from HuK, as he knows he was behind at the outset of the game. But looks like, you know, sometimes you just can't force a square rod into a circle hole. Can't. Just gotta give up there. Not gonna work out too well at all. So it looks like this 1 tank is out, and oh my god, threatening the warp-in location from HuK. HuK really has to pull back, and in the meantime, HuK really hasn't done much in his base, just getting a robotics facility. The little one on the other... the little one on the other hand, getting siege mode, getting more Hellions, getting more Marines. Does have that stim upgrade, and of course the little one with his trademark supply drop usage. Very few players use that, but of course the little one, that is one of his favorite moves. 1 Reaper out. This is a super duper crazy delayed Reaper. This is just a great way to scout at this point in time. That is unless, of course, it crashes directly into a Stalker laser. But regardless, the little one's feeling a little bit calmer now. He knows he is locked down, and well, honestly, just look at him. You know he's locked down. I mean, he has 2 bunkers, a tank, Hellions, Marauders, everything he could possibly need. And with that siege mode, it's going to be a breath of fresh air. Oh, the little one just says, oh, look, excuse me, I'll just squeeze right through here, thank you. And it's going directly towards HuK's base. No pylon by the front. He can't warp in a sentry to block off that front. Oh my god, HuK tried to make some pylons to wall off that front. And oh, HuK pulling everything off mining. Oh my god, these Hellions do so much damage to probes. There's 2, 3, 4 going down. Immediately, we see probe guts spilling all over the ground of HuK's base. More probes falling. HuK trying to spread everything out, but the little one is doing such damage to that line. I mean, hell, even if he'd only killed 2 or 3 workers, that would have been a huge win for the little one because of how long HuK was not mining. That is just unbelievable, the amount of damage that the little one did there. And of course, we can see this reflected in that supply difference, 62 food versus 42 food. On the other hand, HuK does have this expansion coming that's going to help him quite a bit. Still, about 300-400 minerals ahead of his opponent in terms of income rate. Little one looking good, destructible rocks going down. This is always a very, very good move for Protoss. It creates more movement paths outside his front. And of course, when you're up against tanks that are brutally strong and immobile, you want to have a lot of entrances and exits to your base so you can constantly sweep around and abuse the Terran's immobility. Dark Templar, Dark Templar going up as well, and the little one for detection has... oh, absolutely nothing. Engineering Bay going down. Starport with a tech lab coming up as well. Looks like he will have enough to get Ravens and turrets in a minute, but HuK, he does have a little bit of a window of opportunity. HuK also chrono boosting those Nexuses. Doesn't look like he is getting any of the upgrades at the Twilight Council. No Blink, no Zealot leg speed. The Dark Shrine has just completed, and of course, because that pylon up at this top right was killed off, that means it's going to be a very long walk distance for those DTs. And this might be just enough time for the little one to get himself established. Turret coming down right now. Raven just started. Oh my god, imagine if there was a pylon here. Those Dark Templars would have arrived so much sooner. The little one going to try to do a little bit of Hellion harass as well, and HuK going to try to split up to take these out, and the missile turret is getting target fired. It does get taken down, and these DTs are doing so much damage to the forces at the front. One DT is getting into the back of the little one's main. This is terrible, terrible news for the little one. Does he have enough scan? No, 19 energy there, 39 energy there, and the Raven is nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he should have target fired the missile turret, as that does get taken out. But of course, this one Dark Templar in the back is doing serious damage as well. HuK getting so much of a return back into this game. That is exactly what he needed. There's a second Dark Templar finally going down. All three are currently dead, but oh my god, imagine if there was a pylon there. The Dark Templar would have been at the front door of the little one immediately and could have ended the game right there. But even so, it looks like we have ourselves an even match. Both players back to the even food, 67 versus 66. The little one trying to recoup some of those losses and is now rebuilding many Hellions and tanks. He does have the Blue Flame upgrade, the Infernal Pre-Igniter, that does give these Hellions a huge boost to light. They do 24 damage per shot against light, and they fire in a big line, so these Zealots can get toasted super easily. God, look at that Zealot just plummeting down into the yellow health immediately. Oh,